DC News Now. We're tracking widespread rain throughout your overnight, extending into your Friday. Good-looking weekend, though. More in that forecast coming up.
The first American pope selected to lead the Catholic Church.
I said, oh my God, an American pope.
The bells ringing all around the world, sharing the excitement, as well as the added surprise here in the U.S.
The president nominating a new U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C., the Fox News host, and why the president pulled his previous pick.
A social media challenge creating dangerous fires in some Virginia schools. The message to parents to make sure they're not paying for their students' burned laptops.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
The world has a new pope, and for the first time in history, he's an American. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Pope Leo XIV is from Chicago, and we're going to have much more on the new pontiff in just a bit. But first, we have to turn our attention to the forecast. Let's take a live look outside right now at the Washington Monument as we have been continuing to monitor some storms in the region.
Yeah, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. It's kind of a lull right now.
Yeah, it's a very good lull, but overnight we're just going to start to see the rain pick up. Storms continuing throughout the overnight. I think the worst of this situation, 2 a.m. And so hopefully you'll be sleeping. If you're an overnight worker, you have to contend with this situation. Really, some pockets of moderate to torrential rain. Everything has been on the light side currently, and so we're into the upper 60s. The atmosphere, there's a lot of cloud coverage, so it's suppressing most of the severe conditions. And actually, the worst is out towards our south, parts of the Carolinas and Richmond. Today, it has really been southern Maryland, parts of King George's County. Most of this is just ground clutter, our radar beam, and we do have a few spot showers out towards Hagerstown. Here's the storm system as a whole. Severe thunderstorm watches well to our south. They are not going to upgrade that for us here in our region. So a few storms coming through. A good chunk of your Friday now is going to be on the wet side before Friday night things start to change. I have more of that forecast coming up.
And now to our breaking news coverage. Bells ringing at cathedrals all across the United States, including at the University of Notre Dame and Marquette University in Milwaukee. This as Cardinal Robert Prevost becomes Pope Leo XIV, the first American to ever lead the Catholic Church. We're now learning more about the pontiff's roots in Chicago.
As well as in Peru, the 69-year-old did much of his ministry there. He was a missionary and then later elevated to bishop. Many Peruvians remember him as this leader who would wade through muddy floodwaters to bring help to people in need, then spearheading the purchase of a life-saving oxygen production plant during the pandemic. The late Pope Francis bringing him back to the Vatican in 2023 to head up the office that vets bishop nominations. Take a listen at a clip from when he was selected to lead that agency.
Advise, work with Pope Francis, and to look at the challenges that the Church in the United States is facing. I hope to be able to respond to them.
And then speaking in Italian and Spanish for the first time as Pope Leo XIV, sharing this message of peace, saying in part, I too would like this greeting of peace to enter your hearts, to reach your families, to all people everywhere, to all the earth. Peace be with you. Here in the nation's capital, the bells, as you can hear, chiming at the Basilica right next to Catholic University. There was a mass set to start, and the Monsignor announcing there was a new pope, sending those gathered there into cheers.
Talk about timing, huh? That excitement among Catholics felt all around our region. Few could ever imagine a cardinal from the U.S. would be picked. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us now, just steps from the Basilica.
And Daniel, Catholics have such high hopes for the new pope. So what are the faithful telling you?
Well, Susan and Chris, they say they are excited not only just to have a new pope, but of course, as you said, to have an American pope. And a lot of people were pretty surprised at how short the process was to pick a new one. Just a day after the conclave began, a new pope has been chosen. Cheers from parishioners at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. Even Monsignor Walter Rossi was surprised.
I said, oh my God, an American pope. And the person I was with said, You said it would never happen. I said, well, I guess I was wrong.
Rossi says Pope Leo XIV has been here before.
When he was appointed cardinal 2 years ago by Pope Francis, he actually stopped here at the shrine on his way to Rome to celebrate Mass. That was my first time meeting him, and at that moment, he was gracious, kind, and a little bit shy.
There's excitement among a group from Columbus, Ohio, on an 8th grade field trip to the Basilica.
A guy from Chicago, the big city of Chicago, is now the Pope of the world, and so it's a neat experience, and I want to enjoy that today.
I hope that he can kind of just relate to all those in America because he's from here.
It was really thought-provoking because he might have grew up in the same conditions that we grew up in, so he can really connect more on the people and bring more people to our faith.
Rossi says Pope Leo XIV is American by birth but international by life, and will carry forward the legacy of Pope Leo XIII.
A pope of the people, a pope for the marginalized, a pope for those who are in need, a pope for those who are poor.
And Rossi hopes that the Pope will make a visit to D.C., but he thinks that would be at least a couple years off. We're live in Northeast. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
All right, sounding very much like the late Pope Francis. Daniel, thank you. President Trump offering his congratulations to this historic moment. Take a listen.
Have the Pope from the United States of America. That's a great honor. That's a great honor.
The president also posting on social media saying that he looks forward to meeting with the new pope. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, along with former President George W. Bush, also sharing their congratulations.
And our coverage on Pope Leo XIV continues in our next half hour. We'll have much more on reaction from around the world. And you can find more on the new pope on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Developing tonight, there is a new nomination to be D.C.'s top federal prosecutor. President Trump announcing on social media it is Fox News host Jeanine Pirro. She's a former county prosecutor and elected judge, and also the latest in a whole string of Trump appointments coming from Fox News, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. The news coming the same day that the president pulled his original nominee, Ed Martin Jr. He has been the acting U.S. attorney for D.C. since Trump's inauguration, but Martin's support of the January 6th rioters led to a key Republican coming out against him.
Tonight, a new TikTok challenge sparking warnings at schools all across our region. Videos circulating on social media showing students tampering with school-issued laptops that has several districts on high alert because it can cause fires. DC News Now's Ben Dennis has been in touch with school leaders and parents, including in Fairfax County. And Ben, this challenge really can cause serious burns and injuries as well.
Yeah, quite a problem this is not only locally, apparently, Chris, but across the U.S. At least 3 districts in the DMV are warning families about the Chromebook challenge, where school-issued laptops are being jammed with objects that are able to start small fires and plumes of smoke. Also on the watch, that's families not only for repairs, but for the costs as well.
Get off social media, stop looking at these ridiculous challenges, and just use your computer for schoolwork and get off and go outside and play.
Michelle Light is among parents of Fairfax County school students, now learning of the Chromebook challenge. Students across the U.S. posting videos of them stuffing items inside laptop openings and causing small fires, including in classrooms.
If the kids are doing their homework and there's paper nearby and things like that, you could end up with a house fire or a fire at the school. You could obviously end up with significant injury. And so that's what we're most concerned about. Is
that very message is being shared in a letter to Loudoun County parents. Also, reportedly at Robinson Secondary School in Fairfax County and Prince George's County, Maryland. Loudoun officials said this piece of mechanical pencil lead was stuffed into a now burned USB port recently. Parents now being warned families will cover repair costs. Do you think that's appropriate? Do you think the students should face some punishment?
I think that the parents should pay because, it's their kids at the end of the day.
Is there any type of consequence you think that might be appropriate for the students?
I think in terms of paying back through service, depending on the age of the student.
Just because you see it on social media doesn't mean it's okay.
And depending on the damage, repair costs reportedly could be upwards of hundreds of dollars for just one laptop. Now, in Loudoun County, school officials there say not only will families bear the brunt of the repair costs, but also students could face discipline. In Fairfax County, Ben Dennis, back to you.
All right, Ben, thank you. A new report shining the light on the number of young people experiencing homelessness in the district. According to the advocacy group DC Action, there are nearly 10,000 people every year between 18 and 24 who are struggling. The report shows the root causes as being of unaffordable housing, poverty, and racism, and also calls for more money for programs to help these young adults. There was a really powerful show of support for survivors of domestic violence in Northern Virginia, all with the goal of raising awareness as well as some much needed funding.
Yeah, the head of a women's shelter is sleeping inside her car tonight. It's all to show the extreme measures some people will take to leave an abusive home. DC News Now's Max Marcilla tells us how she also hopes to spotlight the help that is available.
So this is probably where I'll sleep.
Tiffany Santana isn't expecting to get a great night of sleep.
Laid out across here.
And that's the point. Tonight, a reminder for Santana and several others how lucky they are that this is just one night.
No pillow, no luxury.
Santana leads Bethany House, a nonprofit that provides shelter and services to women and children escaping domestic violence. This is the 5th straight year she has spent one night sleeping in a car to put herself in the shoes of the many women she sees leave dangerous homes for the safety of homelessness, saying living in a car is better than living in an abusive relationship.
We also know that the chances of a woman experiencing homicide in her lifetime if she stays in a domestic violence relationship is high.
The people participating in this Homeless for a Night are sleeping in the parking garage because they say in the middle of the night all of these lights will go off only to be activated by motion. They say that's fitting.
If every little noise you hear, you're checking to make sure that you're okay. And I imagine having to leave a really dangerous situation, so you're afraid of what's behind you, and you really don't know what's ahead of you, so you're afraid of that too.
But beyond the symbolism, this is about helping provide alternatives for these women. Keller Williams' Realty team is joining Santana by sleeping in their cars overnight and raising money.
And we've raised almost $12,000 for the Bethany House, which would support a full year of operations and maintenance on a shelter.
A difficult night, perhaps a sleepless night, is ahead for Santana, who is doing it knowing it can help others leave dangerous situations for hopeful ones.
It's not always a choice, like you were saying, but there are services available that they don't have to spend the night in their car.
In Arlington, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
It's such important work she is doing there.
Absolutely.
Let's turn our attention to the Washington Capitals now, taking on the Carolina Hurricanes at Capital One Arena, and this is considered a very pivotal postseason game too.
This is a big one. The Caps looking to even up the series and avoid falling 2-0 in that hole before going on the road for games 3 and 4. So let's check in on the Caps right now. Look at this. Woo! So far, so good. They lead 2-0. This is in the third period. Our Jake Rahm will have much more on the game on game night at 11 o'clock and over in our sister station, DCW 50 at 10:50.
A little sigh of relief there. Coming up on DC News Now, a Northern Virginia cemetery vandalized while security cameras are really not able to help identify the suspects responsible for the damage.
And not so rosy. Bouquet prices are blooming ahead of Mother's Day. What's causing the sticker shock?
Then ahead at 9:30, we head over to Chicago where we speak to the brother of the first Pope from America, what it means for his family.